Do not do it, I'm serious. Do not launch an online business before watching this video. Now look, if you don't know me, this is the first time you watch one of my videos. My name's Jordan, and about 2.5 years ago, I quit my corporate sales job and I launched my first online business, a digital marketing agency. Now I scaled that to 6 figures. I then launched a secondary company, which I did exactly the same for. In fact, just 2 years after launching those companies, we had our first 6-figure month. Now, these companies enabled me to do some incredible things over the last couple of years, visit some amazing places, treat my friends and my family, and quite honestly, live a life that I never thought I would be living at 25 years old. And I'm not saying that to brag. And this certainly is not a video that's going to sell you a dream. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I want to make this video today because I've seen thousands of online businesses come and go over the last couple of years. And I can see the crucial errors that the people that fail make. And I really want you to watch this video and evaluate whether launching an online business is right for you right now. One of the biggest problems starting this off is the false perception of how easy it is to be successful. Now, this whole Instagram culture that we live in today is to blame. The fact that we look at on our mobile phones at all these people living these picture perfect lifestyles, and the one thing we always have to remember is that people only show you what they want to show you. They only show you the good shit. They don't show you the grind behind the scenes, which is what I always do on my content. I want you to see the hard work as well. I want you to see the rawness and the reality. Because the reality is if you launch an online business because you've been sold the dream by somebody on Instagram, on YouTube, or one of these bullshit gurus, and it just frustrates the hell out of me when people sell dreams, because the reality is you're not going to hit 6 figures in 2 weeks or even 30 days. You're not going to get a Lamborghini on your first month. It's just not going to happen. You're going to have to work harder in your online business than you are in your 9 till 5. When I quit my 9 till 5 job, I was already working extremely hard, by the way. Corporate sales, it was grueling. Hard sales, I was making 100 cold calls every single day and sticking to those targets or I was going to get the sack. But when I launched my online business, I was working harder. I was waking up really early. I was going to bed really late. I was an absolute machine because I was so determined to being successful, because I understood that actually it was going to be a lot harder than a lot of people make out. And I want you to know right now that it's not easy to be successful. That's why only a very small minority of the world can be whatever we define as successful, whether that's monetary success or time freedom or whatever it is that you're on the pursuit for. So just know, if you are thinking about launching an online business, regardless of the niche, regardless of whether it's Shopify, Amazon FBA, investing, SMMA, social media marketing, whatever it is, it's not going to be as easy as you think it is, and it's going to be a learning curve. It's going to take time, and you need to be prepared to work harder outside of your 9 till 5 or college or uni than you are inside of it. Now, if you understand that, you're already 10 steps further ahead than the people that quit their job and they get lazy. Now, I've seen this so many times. When people quit their job and they get this false sense that, like, okay, I'm a business owner now. I've got this new time freedom. And they put CEO in their Instagram bio and their LinkedIn, right? And they think they can do whatever they want. So they start living every day like it's the weekend. But actually, no, you're not an entrepreneur. You're just jobless. You've got no financial stability. And you need to be working 10 times harder right now than you were in your job. And that's why I always recommend to people that whatever business you're trying to get into, replace your outgoings first and then quit your job. That's what I did. I actually worked for about 2 weeks. I replaced my outgoings by signing my first 2 social media marketing clients. Then I went to do it out alone. And I about halved my revenue at the time. So my salary was fairly high. I actually cut that in half to start my own online business. But I knew I could live because I had covered my outgoings. So I would always recommend you covering your outgoings before you quit your job. And make sure that when you do quit your job, you're working harder than you were when you were in it. Because you're working for yourself now. You're working for your own future to build your own empire. Now, another massive problem I see is people don't have direction. They don't have a why, because they don't understand why it is they're doing this in the first place. They don't have a strong enough reason to actually launch their business. And you need to really dig deep here. There's nothing that I can say to you which is going to give you that why. Everybody has their own individual why as to why they are starting their online company. Is it their family? Is it to spend more time with their children? Is it because they're fed up of being broke and seeing everybody else living this amazing lifestyle around them? Is it because they're materialistic? That's absolutely fine if that's you. Is it because you want to travel? Whatever that is, you need to dig deep and you need to fixate yourself on that. I've got a couple of levels of whys, right? My initial why was the fact that I was so tired of lining the pockets of my boss and taking that tiny little bit of commission because I was in sales. But even bigger than that, my deepest desire why is the fact that I want everything that my family need when I'm older. When I've got a wife and kids, when I say I'm older, I'm 25 years old, but I'm not ready for kids yet. But when I have kids and I've got a wife and I've got a family, I want them to have everything that they need. and never have to worry about money. Certainly not be spoiled, but have everything that they need. And I want to be able to say to my friends, hey, look guys, let's go away this weekend. Don't worry, it's on me. And I just take everybody out and we do whatever we want when we want, and we lose that connection or lose that perception of money. And it's not about being material, it's just about having that true freedom. And so that for me is my why. Being able to retire my parents, pay off their mortgage. I'm taking my mum to Dubai on one of the most expensive holidays I've ever been on this weekend. In fact, when this video will be uploaded, that's where I'm going to be at that very moment in time. And those are things that I would never have been able to do if I didn't launch my business. And so you need to dig deep onto your why and the reason you are launching your company in the first place. Now, the third and final, and probably even the biggest thing that stops people, that hinders people from being successful, is a negative and a pessimistic mindset. When you're launching any kind of business, this doesn't matter what kind of business you're launching right now, you are going to have failure after failure. You're going to have rejection after rejection. You might even launch your first store if you're doing e-commerce and it completely flops. Or have your first 5 meetings for a marketing agency and they don't go how you planned them to. But what you need to do is you need to literally flip that negative experience and turn it into a positive experience. You need to change your thoughts and then you change your world. That's a quote that I heard when I was in university and honestly changed the way I look at everything in my life. Change your thoughts and you change your world. If you come out of a bad meeting, think about what went wrong, but what can you learn from that? How can you prevent that happening again? Every single failure, every rejection, every no, every stumbling block is a learning experience. There is something that you can take from that so you can better yourself and you can increase your skill set and you have more chance of success the next time round. And so what you actually need to do when you launch any kind of business is you need to welcome failure with open arms. And it's something that happens all the time for me. I've wasted tens and tens and tens of thousands of pounds over the last 2 years on failed investments on the business. But one of those things could have ended up being a 7-figure return, right? But I didn't know that at the time. I have to try out. I'm ready to fail forward. I'm ready to try new things. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I learn from it. And I don't make that same mistake twice. A mistake is not a mistake unless you make it twice. And so when you're starting a business, you need to be prepared to get rejections. You need to be prepared for somebody to tell you no. And you need to welcome it and learn from it. And every single time it's going to make you stronger. And so start welcoming failures and turn that negative into a positive. Genuinely, a negative mindset is not only going to destroy your morale and your chances of success, but everyone around you. Nobody wants to be around a negative person. They're a leech. And I'm a believer in energy. And I really believe, and I'm sure lots of you watching this will, that you can feel that negative energy from someone. And no one wants that around them, especially if you're launching an online business when you are trying to network with other people who are on the same journey as you. And that's another thing I'd recommend you doing. Join a group, a Facebook group of like-minded people, like the 15-minute agency group that I have. It's a free group on Facebook. There are like-minded people in there who are on the same pursuit of success as you. But honestly, if you have all the things nailed down that I've gone through in this video, you have the highest chance of success. You need to enjoy the process. Like, this is one of the most exciting times of any entrepreneur's life. When they're launching their first company or their first online company, it's so exhilarating. Like, I can't explain the feeling, the adrenaline you get when things are going well. And that energy you get, that urge to pull yourself out of a dark place when maybe things aren't going so well. And you need to be prepared for that. You need to be prepared for rejection. You need to be resilient. You need to be prepared to do what other people aren't willing to do so you can have what other people can't have. It's something I've said before, and it honestly is true. It's business is not for everybody. But the people who are willing to put in the work can just have the most incredible life for their friends, their family. They can do anything they want to do whenever they want to do when they build their company properly. And the only way you can have that is if you are prepared to do what other people aren't prepared to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this has given you an idea of what it's like to be an online business owner and what it really takes to be an online business owner. I want to make this video. I wanted to make this video today because not enough people are transparent. Not enough people say it how it is. Everybody's here to sell you the dream on how quick you're going to get rich, how quick you're going to be behind that Lamborghini. And I'm here to tell you what you don't want to hear, right? I'm here to tell you the truth. I genuinely aspire for a world where all entrepreneurs find success because I know what it felt like when I was 18, 19 years old, when I was desperately looking for an opportunity, when I was desperately looking for somebody to help me in the right direction, and I want to be that person. That's why I want to create this real content for you guys. And so if you've enjoyed this and you're not subscribed to me already, please make sure you subscribe. Smash that like button for me. It's great for the algorithm. Drop me a comment down below and let me know what maybe was the most useful part of this video, and what do you think is really important for new start business owners to know when they are first starting? What's going to help them out the most, those of you who have already got successful businesses. So guys, that is the end of this video. I'll be back again with some new content very, very soon.